sure now it's going to be a bit difficult, but we need to move on. I'm very sad because I didn't want to leave this club. It's the club that I love.
Lionel Messi. Messi's halo! That's what they came for!
Players, magic top. As a person, we should stay 16 years.
Lo que tienes diferente de los demás es que vivas antes de los demás. Dios tiene que hacer.
This is Lionel Messi, a footballer, captain, a champion, an icon, and perhaps the most universally admired player the game has ever seen. Because when footballers talk about greatness, one name appears again and again. Not from fans, not from journalists, but from the people who actually played the game. The legends, the rivals, the teammates, the coaches, the men who spent their lives studying football. And somehow, after all those years, they keep arriving at the same conclusion. Lionel Messi is different.
I'm exiled to the greener grass, searching for the uncertain haze.
Football has always loved superstars, players who score goals, players who win trophies, players who dominate headlines. But every once in a while, someone arrives who seems to bend the rules of the sport itself. Someone who makes professionals look ordinary. Someone who turns impossible moments into routine highlights. For 2 decades, that someone was Lionel Messi. And what makes his story fascinating isn't just what he achieved. It's what the football world said while watching him do it.
Because he's a competitor, he's an animal. And now we pass the ball and we take a look.
There are many great players in history. Some were faster, some were stronger, some scored more spectacular goals. But Messi possessed something footballers struggle to explain, an ability that seemed to exist beyond coaching manuals and tactical boards. Defenders prepared for him, analysts studied him, coaches designed systems specifically to stop him. And yet, week after week, the result was usually the same. Messi found a way through. What made him so special wasn't just the dribbling. It wasn't just the goals. It wasn't just the assists. It was the feeling that every time he touched the ball, something extraordinary might happen.
That it's kind of a gift. Like, it's what it does, it's unheard of.
That's a phrase footballers often use about Messi. Another planet. Not because it's a clever line, but because many of them genuinely seem unable to compare him to anyone else. And when elite players run out of football comparisons, they start searching for supernatural ones.
Switch of Lionel Messi to a right-sided role has been something of a masterstroke this season. He's reveled in it.
The strange thing is that Messi never looked like a traditional superstar. He wasn't the tallest. He wasn't the strongest. He wasn't the loudest voice in the room. His greatness didn't arrive with dramatic speeches. It arrived with a ball at his feet, quietly, relentlessly, every single week. When Ronaldinho first met the young Argentine, he saw something special. Many players have talent. Very few have destiny. Ronaldinho believed Messi had both, and history proved him right. As the years passed, the praise only grew louder, not from fans, from professionals, from people who understood exactly how difficult football really is. Because there is a huge difference between watching football and playing it. Fans see magic. Players see the complexity behind the magic. They understand the timing, the balance, the decision-making, the precision, and that's why their admiration carries so much weight. When footballers praise Messi, they're not reacting emotionally. They're analyzing excellence.
Piqué is the one who plays with Messi, for example, who comes as a false new, who in this sense, if he is not pressed by this...
Perhaps Messi's greatest gift wasn't even his technique. It was his brain, his ability to process the game faster than everyone else. Before defenders moved, Messi already knew where they were going. Before passing lanes opened, Messi had already spotted them. Before danger appeared, Messi had already created it.
3 central defender closers, the 2 holding midfielder, rotating move closers, the pockets closers. They are structured at 5 and 2.
Many great players react to football. Messi seemed to predict it, and prediction is a terrifying weapon, because you cannot stop what you cannot anticipate. Defenders often looked helpless against him, not because they lacked ability, but because Messi constantly arrived one thought ahead, one movement ahead, 1 second ahead. At the highest level, that's all it takes.
Que no lo vea como mejor, pues seguramente pues encuentre cualquier tipo de excusa, entre comillas, para...
The players who knew him best often speak about simplicity. That's another strange thing. When people remember Messi, they remember miracles. But teammates remember simplicity, the perfect pass, the correct decision, the easiest solution, again and again. Because while the world focused on spectacular moments, Messi focused on making the right choice. And over time, the right choices became records. The right choices became trophies. The right choices became history.
En todo este tiempo nunca dejé de soñar, de seguir queriendo crecer.
But true greatness isn't measured only by teammates. It's measured by rivals. Because teammates love you, rivals have no reason to. And yet, even Messi's opponents struggled to hide their admiration. That respect would become one of the defining themes of his career. Not just fear, respect. The kind earned only by the very greatest. For years, Ramos battled Messi in one of football's fiercest rivalries. Barcelona against Real Madrid. Week after week, season after season, the stakes could not have been higher. And yet, even among that rivalry, respect remained. Because some players force admiration, no matter which shirt you wear. The same pattern repeated everywhere. Italy, England, France, international football, different opponents, different generations. Same conclusion. Messi was a problem nobody could truly solve. And that's what made him legendary.
Boy from Rosario, Argentina, on behalf of every little boy wearing his shirt. Messi on a million.
And so, after all the goals, after all the assists, after all the trophies, after all the debates, one thing remains. The voices, the players, the coaches, the legends, the rivals, the people who actually stood closest to greatness. And when they were asked about Lionel Messi, they rarely spoke about numbers. They spoke about feelings, about moments, about wonder, about watching a footballer do things they had never seen before. That may be Messi's greatest achievement. Not the records, not the awards, not even the World Cup, but the fact that for nearly 2 decades, he made the impossible feel normal. This was Lionel Messi, a genius, a champion, a legend, and above all, a footballer who earned the respect of football itself. Tell me in the comments, which football legend should we cover next? And if you enjoyed the story, subscribe, because every legend has a story.